Yo, you're locked in with your boy, MC Jumanji. I'm here with American Grime.
Yep.
We got Books, Third Eye, Timbo Slice, G Major, and we are blessed to be joined by the one and only Manga Saint Hilare.
What's happening? You alright?
Yeah.
You like enjoying the home?
Yeah. It's comfortable.
Dead plants and heat. We're good. Alright.
So, Grime has grown considerably. There was a time when people thought Grime was dead. What do you think about Grime right now?
Yeah, it's dead. They say that all the time. No, they say it all the time. I understand what they mean. It's just that obviously the popularity just comes and goes ways to the casual listener. But that's cool. If you're really doing it if you're doing it because you love it and you love the culture and the art of the thing, it's never gone. But it definitely faded from like the casual mainstream listener loads of times. About 4 times at least.
Yeah.
Since I started doing it, about 4 times. I feel like this is a time where it's not around either. Because the casual, all the youths on the road don't care about grime today.
What are they listening to?
Drill, listen to drill.
Yeah.
That Gucci headband rap.
Yeah.
Baby coming to the back of the Uber, all that.
Yeah.
Because that's what's exciting, isn't it? That drill's like back in the day when grime started, it was like the street music. You know what I'm saying? Like the road youths were doing it. Like it was a lot. It was mad dangerous. It was road youths were doing it. Then they stopped doing it. Everyone, and then they turned to like when gigs came out. Everyone stopped doing grime, road rap. Obviously not everyone, but you know the casual. Like put it like this. Back in the day when I started, everyone had a grime lyric. All the bad boys had a grime lyric. It was just the thing. That was the only medium we had to do. And then it turned to road rap, and then gigs made it look like rapping was easy. Because you get hip hop before was all technical. You had to be, like a Kalashnikov or a low key or like there's loads of names like that. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them man there, and that wasn't really interesting to the youths. Not to every youth, to the like I said again, to the casual youth. And then gigs came around, and he, made it a bad boy thing. Man knew his past, his history, and his style made it look like it was easy, even though it's definitely not. But it came across like that. And then everyone started doing that. Everyone started thinking it was that. Then that went away, and then grime came back a bit, and then when like Meridian Dan and That's Not Me and Shut Down and all that, and that's gone again because it turned mush, and then now the road youths' drill is their outlet of the thing. But again, grime's always here anyway.
That's crazy to me because, not crazy to me, but what came to my mind when you just said that gigs flow made it look easy, it's almost like with the hip hop scene in America, everything was lyricism focused for years and years and years. And then with like the trap, that style of flow, it made rapping almost
easy.
Seem
But
so
it's easy.
it just
they got a pattern they can do. We can do that. And obviously, like I said, everyone's broke, fam. We all come from. Like I don't know anyone that's rich in it. Man's broke, and we're all broke, so we feel, man done this, and they're getting P and they're doing well.
Right.
But I can give it a go. What's the point? And another, especially when it's like from the roads, man will be like, well, I'm realer than him, and I really do this and I really do that, and that flow seems simple. I've got all the stuff, so let me try it, give it a go. That's always the way. So again, same with drill. Drill's got a pattern. Right. It's got a sound. It's got a pattern. So you think, we do this on the road. We're this and we do that. So let's make it. We can make the music like that. It makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like, I could totally attest to that because I only started doing grime a few years ago, and I came from hip hop and. It was difficult. It is difficult. Like coming in at 140 BPM and having you approach the beat completely differently than something that's at 100 or 110 or 120, and then to make it interesting is a whole other is the whole other level.
There's a lot of elements to grime.
I've never heard it explained that way. That's really
there's a lot of elements to grime that other genres don't have. That will never, apart from like dancehall, is the only like closest thing we have. I think, apart from that, because we ride the same rhythm, as in like, dancehall they record it, so they have one rhythm with like 30 vocals. And the best version is the one that push through. And it's not ever about who's got the biggest video or who's got the most followers. If your thing, like I listen to it hard, like so. There's a new, I can't remember the name of the rhythm, but like Adonia's done a rhythm and Governor's done a rhythm. And obviously Adonia's bigger than him, but Governor's version's better. So that's the version that man wrote that are coming through. So that's what's sick about dancehall. Same with grime, like we got the beats here, we go on a set.
Yeah.
Whoever slaps on the set, that's who goes
That's
through.
who- yeah.
It's not always the most famous Don, and it's not always the same lyric every time. It's not
Yeah.
like, obviously there's lyrics that, you know, man have cultivated through the years and like getting a reaction, but some days, some other you can just slap where you, your whole
And they're
neck.
like, yo, listen
And
to
that's
this.
the
Yeah.
and that might not even happen again, just because of the combination of people. Like, and even with that, the raves as well, no other genre has that. If you got a hip hop song, or let's say if you got like, if you're Jay Hustler, you got a big song, and he's got a big song, but everywhere you go, you perform the same song, and the same people want to hear it. How they hear it on the
Radio.
They
Yeah.
want to just hear that over and over again until you have your next song, So obviously their pursuit is to get a big song. Our thing, we can have moments like with Grime Originals is on what, Saturday,
Yeah.
and then that something can happen there. That can't happen again.
Right.
Like, I remember when the Wiley and Dougs at Eskimo dance. That can't happen again. Even if we set it up, if you said, yo, Wiley versus Dougs,
Yeah.
in the
It
same,
wouldn't be the same.
it can't be the same. It can't be the same. You're saying the Heartless and Page You Go, I was there at the in thing. That can't be the same again. Like these moments only happen, and man, like Major said that lyric and Wiley said that lyric and that beat dropped, and that's all. That's what's super unique about our thing. That's why I feel like sometimes when people say Grime's dead, the focus needs to change. Because it's true, the music's not always interesting. If I'm honest, like man get lazy making music. We know a Grime song. Same like when you're saying with the hip hop songs, we know the trap songs. I should say like they can be sameish. Same with Grime.
Formulaic.
Yeah, everyone just talks about my flow's better than yours and my man and not. It's the same thing. People get like that. It's only a few innovators that go through.
Yeah.
But we have a whole element that no one has, and it can't be I don't know what the right word. You can't be reproduced in any other way. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's when we were in Birmingham, we went to the set. It was like Big Austin Free from Invasion. It's set up like the Cypher and Pirate Studios, and like there's like 20 plus MCs in a room. You know, T Rhodes is in there, Socks is in there, and like these guys are like DJing, and it's just like levels, but it's like you're in this box. You know, studios, nothing like fancy. You're sweating. You know what I mean? You're sweating. It's hot in there. Everybody's fighting for the mic. But that moment, like that cypher, like you're in that moment, and like it can't be reproduced. You know what I mean? You come back 100 times, but it'll never be like that one time in Birmingham, man. You know, where you felt that energy.
So we used to do radio every week. Like, but I used to do radio 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never the same. It can't be the same. You can't reproduce it. Sometimes it was sick. Like I said, we have the same MCs and sometimes the vibe wasn't there. They say, well, sometimes like Brazen would be sick, or sometimes like, you know what I'm saying, it's always different. And like you say, it's gritty, it's grimy. And back in the day when it was like, you know, like Real Pirate Radio, the man used to have, it was obviously still illegal, but obviously people have internet stations and all that now. When you used to have to climb a block just like this, you know what I'm saying? The worst one even, climb up to the top. There's a crap flat. Go through. I didn't have to do no rigging up, but like, even just to get underneath things, like you have to be quiet. It's mad. It was a mad to deal with. Like even a station in West where I used to go to called Lalo was in like a junkyard, and then you know you have to pay subs. You have to pay to go on radio, innit?
Oh yeah.
You just have to pay £5.
Like everybody pools together their money.
Plus the other station would charge.
It's the license fee, right?
No,
that's just to get on the air.
No, that's pirate radio. This is like the man them.
That's like for your block, you know what I mean? You want this hour-long block, yo, it's like £5.
The license fees like when you BBC, but this is before all that. So when we used to go on like, well, luckily by the time I got to like Rinse FM and all that, I was in Roll Deep, so I didn't have to pay. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously like, Wiley was helping sorting that stuff, but like when it was before that, when it was like Lalo FM and all these loads of other stations, man, they used to have to pay little £5 subs per person to spit, because it's exposure in it. And then they used to be in a junkyard, in a container in a junkyard, and there would be like the dogs rolling around. So if you didn't pay your subs, you couldn't really leave. So man would come in at the end of the set and collect subs. So sometimes you have to try and sneak out and run past the dogs. It was mad. But I say, and away from that, it was mad. We used to do mad stuff to go on radio because I was the only one being heard. I couldn't just go and upload a video to YouTube and maybe it'll take or that. And another thing, why people used to go radio so often and spit the same lyrics, because you never know who's listening.
Yeah, so it could be a whole new audience of people, so it's like spit your hardest
rap. Like one person in the car could be driving and they catch that moment and it's sick, or they recorded it sick. And that's why you got to keep going back over and over again.
Just to hit everybody, make sure you hit everybody, everybody that's listening.
Trust me, and like I said, I was from Northwest and all the sets were in East, well, a lot of them, like Roll Deep, Rough Squad, Nasty Crew sets, all that, those are like the elite MCs. And then I used to have like, I got the new Wiley, or when you hear that new Kano lyric, or you hear, do you know what I mean? Like, man don't really have that anymore. Now man will just send the link and that's it.
YouTube.
So but it's good because you can get it out. But them time there was mad. It was just a mad time. Like you can't really explain it too tough unless she was there.
So going back to, speaking of Roll Deep, we're like a collective, as well. We have more MCs back in America, more DJs, more producers, but America's huge, so we're spread out all over America, and it's hard to like all come together, but when we do, it's like, we get to do trips like this where it's like,
it's usually it's
energy,
or
man.
back
it's
in
like,
Texas.
South by Southwest in Texas.
I ain't been South by Southwest, I've been Austin though. I went there with the bug, it was sick.
Nice.
So coming from a group and seeing, another group, what words could you say to, another collective as to how to keep pushing and keep adapting?
Just keep trying to work each other, basically. Like, I wanted to be the best one, or like, obviously I couldn't because Wiley and them was in it. But no, for real, and it was different. But it's hard with a group because, like you said, you feel spread about. Even us, like I'm from Northwest London, and I live in South now. I've lived there. This is where I was born, but I lived there for ages. But they're from East, which now isn't that far. Like East is just there. But where I lived before, when I was like starting Roll Deep, was far. You know what I'm saying? So I never really got to grow with them, and they all went to school together, and they all lived next to each other and rare. So they had more of a camaraderie, and like they was around each other more. So they had more interaction, which made the crew go forward. But to make your crew better, you just have to have all the elements. You know what I'm saying? Like those things that I always admired, like Scratchy could do and Wiley could do, and then Target was a DJ, and then Carnage was a DJ, and Danny's producer. Like, you just use everyone's strengths. You know what I mean?
Everyone has to like put their work in at where their skill is, and as long as everyone's pushing their skill.
Yeah, it'll be thing, and just rep your team. So you don't have to always be together all the time. You know what I'm saying? So if you're doing your thing, you do your thing fully. But obviously you carry the name. It's been days. Roll Deep ain't made the music together. I still get Roll Deep, Roll Deep, no matter what. And that's a blessing and a burden. You know what I'm saying? Like so, man, love that. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me here. But at the same time, you have to make sure that you're representing that thing. So if you're gonna say you're this thing, then you have to be to the highest degree at all times. You know what I mean? So you have to make sure that every time someone sees you, they know why you're a guy. When I do a set with the youths, I have to show them why I'm a guy. They can't spin me. So I say, I have to at least try. Obviously, they will get me sometimes, but I have to show why I'm the OG. It just means I'm old, innit? But you know what I'm saying. But you know what I mean? That's what it is. It's just about showing people who you are individually. So when they see you, they know. All right, boom. When they see you, So when they see the name or when they hear the name, go, they're man, they're 30 and they're a team. That's my little advice there.
So some of those younger dudes, like you're speaking of, like Tommy B and that, like who are some guys that like you're watching grow and you're gonna put them out there, because really like those are the guys that like are gonna keep pushing
of course,
the scene.
Well, I don't know, man. There's loads of people like this. I've always, like I said, Wiley just found me randomly. I'm not from his area. I didn't know him. I just went up to him. Like I said, I met him when it was still like pirate radio days, and not many people knew what he looked like. Even though he was always famous actually, but like he was like American rollout. So he just helped me, just put me in Roll Deep. But he didn't like, make me do everything. But he just gave me the chance to, be in Roll Deep from a long time. So I've always tried to help other youths that were in the same position. So if for instance, when a couple of years ago, Cameo rang me and said, "Oh, come on, extra, like do a set, but I never really had nothing to say. Yeah, I say nothing new, not nothing to say. But I know the project. I think so I just thought, right, who some youngers that I could bring with me that ain't been one extra and would be a big deal and would help them. So I ordered Izzy Gibbs and Snowy.
My boy loves Izzy Gibbs.
Both of them, they're insanely talented. You know what I'm saying? But and it's sick to see that was enough years ago, and then to see what they're doing now is crazy. And that's not through me. I'm just trying to say just helps.
It helps to bring people like. I was just talking to Books about this. Like my crew back home, like Earth Tone, we always instead of trying to book people that already have a name, it's important to think of your curation and who you see that needs help coming up, because like you said OG basically means you're old, right? And like for things to grow, what do you really need? You need the youth,
of course.
Okay, so it's like it's such a big deal to
always A&R.
to always just kind of like to build bridges and not walls. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To really just try to help people move up.
Of
When you
course.
see a talent, like that's like what you should be
And you
doing.
shouldn't feel
You
threatened
should
by
be
it.
putting exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
You should be putting people on. Like in New York, I see it all the time that like people don't want to book certain people who might outshine
I see
them.
it too.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, why can't you just be homies and help each other get on? Like,
I understand why, because everyone, they're just shook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They're just shook, and you
Yeah.
think, oh, if they go, da.
Yeah.
But I understand, but like I said, the person that I was brought up under was not like that. Everyone, literally, there's not one person.
And that's what helped you, right?
Yeah, of course.
Because the person didn't look at it like that.
Nah, he didn't.
Yeah.
Why he never put me in a contract? He never tried to get no money from me.
Right.
He never. There was no money. I had the money anyway. But you know what I mean? What I mean is like he never felt threatened, and I saw it all the time. Like there's no, like I said, there's like I can name like 6 people in this whole game. We never
Yeah.
had nothing to do with Wiley. That's like Bugsy Malone, Tiny
Sick,
Temper,
sick.
maybe. I would say, not even say Storm. When I say Stormzy, it's like I had like never came through that route. Everyone else, obviously apart from the younger generation, came through Wiley. Like he helped them as some aspect of the thing, and with no thing to himself.
Right.
So same with me. So I said, yo, man, them come radio. Like I said, I ain't got bare money. I ain't got a label. I ain't got all these services. But you need to holler me. You need to get in contact with this one. You need. If I got, I said, you want to come radio. You can't. Like, I'm quite fortunate. Like I said, I've been doing it a long time. So if I could holler a target or holler a thing and say,
Yeah.
yo, can I come radio and do it? Like one extra is a big deal to them.
Right.
I say stuff. I said, yeah, come to. I mean, there's no skin off my nose. You know what I'm saying? So. The new youths, like, I don't know, man. I like all the SBK, Mike, of course, Logan, obviously, like, Snowy, them, they're not they're not doing it, but there's loads, man. There's actually, and I just want, even the other day, we're doing, Yizzy, they're doing Lord of the Max, innit?
Yeah.
And then I'm helping I helped Jammer put together a lot of the clashes.
Oh, sick.
Because, you can tell you don't really know a lot of the youth, them, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, man, it's around all the youths.
Yeah.
them.
So he's trying to,
Yeah, so I said, it's rather than just sit back and say, like, you don't know anything, and then he's just trying to holler and scramble around. I said, yo, here's Tim Dixon as well, here's this one, here's that one, here's this one, and I just got all the numbers and...
It's a beautiful
Put
thing though, because
Yeah.
it will come full circle. Like, no matter how many times, like, say, like, me and my crew haven't been put on, it never stopped us from putting other people on that we...
Yeah, so you shouldn't-
because what you put in is what you'll get out,
Yeah,
like,
100%.
you know what I mean? And, like, I just really think it's important that to keep your character
Yeah.
and your morals and your ethics in line, and it will prevent... you know, kind of like the bad things that come with poor relationships.
Yeah, of course.
And
of
I'm
course.
always trying to distance myself from poor relationships.
If you're
you know
forever
what I
trying
mean?
to use people...
Yeah, you're gonna get used. You're gonna get used.
And obviously, everyone gets used, you know what I'm saying? I understand, but then, like you said, there's times, like you said, Graham's not the most popular thing all the time. I'm not going to be the most popular thing all the time. I'm not even the most popular thing right now. But because of, I would say, because of my energy I give out, and if I help people, if I need a favour from someone to do
You got it.
this, that, and the third, or just even just being live for things, like when I've done like booking, like last year when I've done Outlook, man done that, and because people fucked with man from before. You know what I'm saying? They say, yeah, like, oh, he's a good guy, and he did this. So I got to do certain things. So it's not really like always having to look at it as a transaction. If you just look at it like,
it's not like a
especially if you
barter.
don't
Just
take
putting it
nothing,
out there.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if you don't take nothing from
And
you. You know what I mean?
even if you get screwed over, you
Doesn't
just
matter.
gotta pass on it. I don't know if you've ever seen A Bronx Tale.
No.
Running around trying to find the guy who didn't pay him back $20, and like the OG and the mob is like, bro, if that guy's out of your life for $20,
That's
consider it a blessing.
That's
You
a
know
payment,
what I mean?
that's a payment.
Yeah, he does that. You got paid in
Sounds like
full.
Sopranos, man.
Yeah, totally.
I hate Sopranos, it's rubbish.
Bronx
We
Tale
gotta
sick.
talk, bro.
I'm watching season 5 Nights Pants, fam. I'm not even. I'm mad upset. Everyone said it's the greatest TV. It's not. It's not. Man ain't seen Wire. Even Breaking Bad is better than it, fam. I'm upset.
The Wire is hard.
What have you seen Wire?
Yeah, bro, I love The Wire.
I watched
bro.
Sopranos.
Yeah, I watch all Sopranos.
I'm on season
The
5.
Wire is lit.
It's better, isn't it?
Sopranos is dead, bro.
Yes, bro. Why are you trying to lie? They got me sitting there watching it for 5 hours.
It's long, bro.
Sopranos gets watered down because it's so goddamn long. It's
Yeah.
Nothing happens, bro.
Yeah.
Season 5 has nothing's happened.
Yeah.
And
It
then
goes to what, season 9, yeah?
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
good luck.
there's 9.
Yeah.
No, seven.
Seven.
Is it?
Yeah.
7. Alright, cool. I got
He's
listen,
like, what?
I'm finishing it now because I watch their programs in it. I'm like I'm recording there in it, so I just have my always watch programs.
Yeah.
So I've watched everything. And everyone always gone on to me, oh, you haven't seen nothing, you ain't seen Sopranos.
Yeah, it's like,
You
nah.
know what? I said this year, let me sit down and watch Sopranos.
Oh my
Because true,
God.
I want to take it.
You know what it is? It's corny. They're over exaggerating
When it was out.
mob and mafia culture.
When it was out,
and
though,
it's like
it was
taking.
fresh.
Yeah.
I can imagine. It's
When it was
old.
out, it was fresh. It
Yeah,
shocked
maybe
people.
it's the newer
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the newer
That's
stuff.
what's true. I can see when it was old, because it's old, like older. I want the first of it's them
It's
standing.
more
I can see,
It's set
oh,
cliche.
Yeah.
I can see like, alright, I can see why this might have been exciting at the time, but today,
Yeah,
but
because of the oversaturation. I mean, like there are so many shows now that
good
like,
ones,
are
though.
really insane. So
Yeah.
like, to go back, it's
yeah,
like,
this don't build up to nothing. I'm realizing I'm getting to the end of the season. I'm like, so what's happening?
You just wasted time.
13 hours, fam. I'm on season 5. I started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
When did I tweet that thing?
Yeah. About 2 weeks ago.
Season 5, 13 episodes a season.
Just washed.
And I'm just thinking, I don't care if all of them die, fam. I want all of them.
Just so the show ends.
Yeah, I don't
Just
feel
so the
nothing.
show
You're meant to feel something, innit? Like, by the time I was on season 3 of The Wire, fam, you know, me emotional.
Yo, I was like, yeah.
I was talking to everyone, I said, oh my god, how do you feel?
I was like, there's a snitch.
I bust a tear, even Sons of Anarchy, fam, I
Yeah,
cried.
it's-
I ain't gonna bait out the thing where I cried at, yeah.
It's
Got
okay.
Sons of Anarchy.
It's okay for men to cry.
No, it's cool, but I don't wanna do spoilers, innit? There's a part in Sons of
Yeah,
Anarchy.
man.
And I listen, I sat down, I was big tears, I was like, right now. I didn't even want to watch it after. Anyway, I forgot what we was talking about, but yeah.
All right, so the way that our crew came together was everybody was individually and independently doing, grime bits, hip hop bits, dubstep, whatever, and we kind of like all came together like Voltron. It was like I called out. It was like I need grime DJs, grime producers, grime MCs. People start tagging their friends' friends. Started like a little momentum, you know what I mean? And then like just started meeting people. People started sending in beats. Like this guy sent me a beat. This guy sent me a beat. And like we meet up in person and just be like, yo, that was a sick beat. Oh yeah, let's put it out for our label. All right, we're gonna put this out on the label. Then while I'm meeting with this guy, running to her, and we meet each other. It's like, okay, sick, yo, you're sick. I love your vocals, yo, you grime girl, that's fire, yo. And then meet this guy. He's a sick DJ. And it's like, yo, just being able to move in America and run into people who are on like that same wavelength is kind of like what gave us the energy to continue pushing. And like I guess that's the reason why we're here today, because it was like, man, if we can all just have been doing our own little thing and like just run into the right person and the right people that are doing the right thing, and now all of a sudden, we're doing Kiss FM, we're doing Rinse FM, we're doing Mode, we're doing Westside, we're doing like every radio station in London we can try to get into. Like it just shows like how energy and can create momentum. Like really, like just passion can drive something.
Of course, bro.
And grime is sick, man. Like
it's good, isn't it?
like I feel like we're late. The wave's still like, even though we were there. Like I started listening to grime in like 08 personally, like 07, 08, and I was like, man,
that's a weird time to listen to it.
it was, because at that time like everybody kind of felt like it had already missed its chance to hit America, but. There was something like, that's when like dubstep was really like starting to punch in America.
Yeah.
And the dudes who were pushing dubstep were like using grime samples. So you're like, yo, what's that? Like, what is that's going on? What are they doing with that? Because like I was coming from drum and bass and like listening to like Skibbity and like, X-Men and like, going off and drum and bass parties. So like, I knew MCs were out there. I knew British dudes were killing it on the mic with speed. But then I heard grime. I heard like Wiley and Dizzy first, and I was just like,
in 08 you heard Wiley and Dizzy?
Yeah.
What did you hear?
I was listening for.
Oh wait, Playtime's over and all everything there.
I mean, I was going backwards.
Oh,
so
okay,
like, even though I was listening in 08, I started from the early stuff. So I was I Love You, Boy in the Corner, listening to
best album ever.
Sick things, man. At the same time, I was listening to Skepta, like Microphone Champion, and like him and Frisk had that video where they're just standing in the ends, just like spitting bars back and forth. You know what I mean? Roll deep when I'm here. Like I was just trying to wash myself in everything like UK.
That's sick that you went backwards.
Scene.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I always think like the youth them, they don't really know, but it's mad to see. I understand it's different eras. When I speak to kids now, the youngers, they're top dogs just like JME. Like they're OGs. They remember like, oh, I remember listening to JME. Oh, Chip.
Yeah, Chip.
You know what I'm saying? When they're like, oh, I remember when Chip done what I'm like, bro, I remember when that was new.
Yeah.
I remember Chip, P Money, all them actually. P Money as well. P Money's a big up P.
Yeah, big up P.
Like I remember like when I was meet like the youngers, like 18, 19, their people they watched was P Money. Like as an OG.
Yeah.
Right.
I remember bucking up with P Money. Like obviously P Money, like, I think he's younger than me.
He's only about my age, maybe a bit older,
Yeah.
like 27 or 28.
Yeah, he's younger than
yeah.
man. And I remember meeting them and as kids.
Yeah.
Not kids, but like
you-
Chip
yeah.
Chip is best.
Yeah, Chip definitely was young.
Me, Chip, and P Money had a tune together on a Benga beat, which is weird.
Benny.
Yeah, I know it never happened. It was meant to be on a project I done, but then the pussy old man them just. That's why I started doing my own thing. I mean, that's fine. Man, back in the day, man was trying to get like mixtape deals and I'm gonna do a mixtape for you and paper, and it just never happened. But anyway, what I was saying, yeah. So it's mad to see. Obviously, different eras. Like I say, like I keep going back to Wiley, but that's who I listened to from the start.
Right.
Like, I was a Roll Deep, well, Pay As You Go fan, then Roll Deep. When I listened to Pay As You Go, and he's all talking about this Roll Deep, I said, what's a Roll Deep? And then I heard it on radio one time. I said, throw down the radio. I said, these men sound like killers. I said, oh my god, what's going on here? So I was a road, I always like Roll Deep, like over Nasty Crew or anyone because I like the dynamics. I like Throwdown, like Throwdown, Jamaica P, Wiley, Breeze. Scratchy, they had the most DJs, they had the most,
Squad.
yeah, they had like, it was so many different, so you can listen to the sets over and over and it always a different
Always
vibe.
something different, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I know, and again, they spurred off my other favourite crew, which was Pay As You Go. So I thought, yeah, sick. So it's mad to see, like you said, all the people coming together and understanding, you know, all the different generations and where people, you can tell people's influence from where they came in.
Yeah.
Like even like that Murky Ace and all that. He's like a father for bare MCs.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know that either because again to me I know Murky from before and like yeah safe sick he was always a new MC but then I realised his style and his thing birthed bare MCs. You know what I'm saying like so it's sick to see the different generations and when people came in and understanding. So the man that you listened in 08 when you went back to like what 2003 and 4
Yeah, exactly.
to hear your you know what I'm saying to hear your inspiration.
Doing homework, you know.
Yeah. I always say it's needed but it's not really. It's to understand the thick bit because when you, I thought it was more for the, it is needed actually.
There's such like crazy beats and productions now and content now that like it's hard to sometimes go back and try to like catch it.
Yeah, people can't
because like
understand it.
it's like the sound
Yeah.
with the perfect video, perfect editing, HD,
Yeah.
da-da-da-da. But then like I remember when I first my boy Ions back home, he showed me it's a video of DEE in this stairwell.
Jammers.
It must have been. And like when I first started hearing grime, it's not that I couldn't understand what words you were saying. I didn't understand the slang.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't know what you were saying simply because I didn't know what those words meant to
And that's
me.
what's different about England, about taking on American culture because like even when we were just watching earlier on, we watch so much TV and it's all from the States.
Yeah.
So we know all the words. We know.
Yeah.
I know where Texas is in comparison to LA. I know
Right.
where New York's East
Right.
Coast is. It's mad that you know that. Just from
Yeah.
listen to the music and
Right.
the food and everything. We just take it all in. And
Right.
that's
So
it.
you kind of understood us.
That's why
Like
we
the
can take
slang
hip-hop,
isn't that deep.
Yeah. Over here,
It's
when it's
crazy.
reversed, you lot just
We
think,
don't-
not you lot, but like the general.
Yeah, the general, yeah.
Oh, it's tea and crumpets and alright, mate, and all that stuff.
You sound like you're from London.
Yeah, so the fact that when you see like road to a man speaking the way they're like, what are these man on about? You know what I mean, like, it's a mad foreign concept. So that's why I always sort of think the music don't always translate.
But I think it's our job, not even ours, but like, I really think that this is like really coming from a personal experience where I loved the flows, but as a lyricist, because I didn't know the I knew it was hard because you guys were hitting it hard. So like, I'm like, whatever he just said, it was definitely sick, you know? But I think it's like important to like slowly cross-pollinate these things into different cultures and like, I mean, I'm not going to use UK slang. I just spit over 140. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's still over a grime beat, so it's just like, I don't know, I think there's room for like cross-pollination.
Of course, everyone has to bring their vibe.
Yeah.
Like I said, with like dancehall, like Adonia and Cartel and all them, like these men are barring. Like, and that is bars. And, but to get to the general person, they don't understand what they're saying. That's why it's hard to, you know, spread the sound. But if you just want to say there's bars and it's sick. But it's definitely there's someone that seems to bring their vibe and then you'll see the growth. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like I said, I think feel like Skepta's got it right. He understood. Obviously, see someone like Skepta, like a Jamie,
Stormzy.
Prestige, Stormzy.
Yeah.
These man, their flow is very clear.
Clean.
That's how I literally was able.
To take-
Now I can hear all the other stuff and I got it.
Yeah.
But for me as a lyricist, like when I heard Stormzy, I was like, okay, there's like something that when you're talking to people, right? Just basic communication. You want to relate to them.
Of course.
Right? You want to be comfortable. You want to put your walls down. The best way to be able to bring someone's walls down is to, you know, no one ever says like, oh, I met the coolest person, their head was up in the clouds. They say, I met the most awesome person, they were down to earth.
Yeah, of course.
And so like, it's really cool to have those relationships with people and not be like, oh, you don't know the DEE set on Jammer's steps?
Oh, of course,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You're gonna be like, yo, why don't you sip on this Stormzy for a second, and then we can bring you back to like
Cool,
the other
that's why it's
stuff.
so successful, because someone can hear it and understand
Yeah,
it.
totally.
Do you know what I mean? Like, away from his talent and all that, it just, when you first hear it, you can understand it. If you hear Gets, you not have no, fine, whenever you use Gets, use me.
Yeah.
They use exactly, you can't understand what the hell I'm saying. And the worst thing is, my most successful songs are the ones where I've slowed it down or just, not slowed it down as they think, but
No,
more simple.
articulate, get the point
Yeah, I mean,
across bluntly.
So I was, for a couple of years, like I said, 07, 08, I was so encapsulated of like trying to say the best lyric, the most metaphor, the maddest flow. But who am I impressing? Just the other MCs in the room.
Yo.
I had that mentality of just talking to the other MCs, and you get that hip hop too. Like it's MCs that MC, like rappers that rappers like. But then the ones that are big are the ones that can speak to everyone. You know what I mean?
The whole audience. It's
Everyone,
like people say that about DJs too. When they're DJing, it's like you're DJing for the people behind you that are watching you what you're doing behind the decks. But the audience, they don't really know what the hell's going on. Like
they
the
just hear
audience,
music,
the audience
They
is
just wanna
gonna,
hear the music, that's it.
the audience is gonna base it off selection. The DJs behind you are gonna base it off your blends and your skills. But like at the end of the day, don't you want everyone involved?
Yeah,
you should be able to do both.
It's a balance, it's true, because
You do need the skills to get the respect in your community, but you also need to
need to think of
the business savvy and the smarts to
understand that
maneuver for your fans.
You have to understand that being able to talk to all these many people is a super skill in itself.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, like I said, I've struggled with it for years. I've seen a lot of MCs doing it. They wonder why they don't blow up. And they think, oh, like, why don't I get the thing? I'm so sick, rare. I was like that. I thought, bro,
you're not talking to the people.
You're not talking to the people, bro.
Yeah.
You're talking to your other peers.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sell nothing to my peers. I'm not trying to impress my peers, man. Fuck them.
I'm not. You don't want to. You just want to. You want it to be good for you. You want to impress yourself, right?
Yeah.
But it's also like, come on, like you're putting all this work in for people not to hear it. Like, what are you trying to do?
Outlandish. If you hear some of my boys, it's so complicated.
Yeah, it's okay.
And not just like flows, like just like
That's sick.
references.
Conceptually,
References that no one know. I'll be like, yeah, man, glass like the table in my front room. Like no one's seen the table in my front room, bro. What? How? Do you know what I mean? And then say flex like a waist, man. That's not me.
Yeah.
That's it. And that will resonate more than anything I've said in the last 8-9 years. And I've realised, right.
But at least you know you got the skill level to do
of course,
both.
and so does he.
Yeah,
like I said, man's been radio hit, so is Stormzy, so is all these people.
Totally.
But they just understand, bro, need to talk, even just to get to the next bit, so you can have more room to experiment and have more room to, more trust, because you got to build up trust with your listener, innit? So you're there, you're talking like, man, not trust you because I don't understand what you're saying. So if people say, yo, he's got all these songs here, like I say, like a Stormzy, he's got all these songs. Like his next album, he can do what he wants. That's it. People are gonna take it in regardless.
No matter what.
You know what I'm saying?
No matter what.
And I'm sure it'll be sick, and it'll be even push the boundaries even further.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But
that type of stuff's an inspiration to me because I never like to box myself in. You know, like I consider myself a cross-genre and MC. I have a grime influence. Obviously, I'm focused on 140 right now, but to be able, my ultimate goal is to be able to work with. I don't care like what genre you're from. Like my favorite music is R&B.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm just saying. I listen
So
to
I'm like,
R&B thing,
I'm out here
Ross
like
James Blake, and I was proper always. At one point when I first got not this studio, when we had like a roadie studio, then me and Target and Flowdown got like our own studio. When I was in there, 'cause that was the first time I proper sat down and started making music for me. Because obviously when I was in the roadie studio, you don't want to experiment because it's 20 man there. If you start like trying to, start saying something like emotional thing, or just try something there, man are gonna laugh at you. It's just the mentality of the man there, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't ever comfortable enough to just make the songs I wanted to make. You know what I mean? And obviously, even down to timing, man's got to get in and out, and I didn't really know what I was doing in the studio.
Yeah.
So when I got my studio where I was in there a lot more.
Do whatever
I
you want.
was making all types of songs.
That's what I'm
All these experimental teamwork and stuff like that.
Totally.
Stretching your wings a little bit.
But then I thought, bro, who's this for,
Kid,
bro?
yeah.
Who's this for? Obviously, it's nice for me to give it a go, but I thought, bro, who am I doing it for? Then, and you know what's mad, actually? It's not mad, actually, but then it's Louis, you know, because I never used to get no good grime beats. Like, none. Like, I liked grime shit. There was obviously I love grime, that's what I love doing, so I got a set, but they, all the, like I said, this is like 2013, 14, yeah. Every grime tune was whack, fam. Whack. Whack. Like all the beat, like super, because like I say, it was off the dubstep thing. So it was either super loud or some Reebok 2004, like Danny Weed remake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then like, Louis said, I sent out an email one time. I was in the studio a while and I sent out an email saying, send some beats, whatever. And then we got, obviously, once he said you were Wiley, I got bam.
Yeah.
Like, Wiley said, send up an email, bro, and just you get to tweet it and say we're in the studio and we'll get. But I got bam beats.
Yeah.
But it's mad. Louis' ones was Louis sent me 2, and they were that was the best ones. First of all, that session we didn't even do anything. We didn't even use any of them. But then obviously I kept in contact with Louis, and Louis was sending me beats, and they were just sick. I thought, bro, this is it. Like I can understand. This is a grime I can fuck with. I understand
Tell
from
you a
here.
story, man.
Oh yeah.
Louis, look, I
so
made a video in 2010 of me just spitting some bars, and I put hashtag American Grime. That was like the first time I had used it, and it was like half my face in the video, and I'm just like spitting these bars. And Louis is actually telling the story the other night. We were linked up with him, and he's like, oh yeah, I was like 13, 14 when I saw that video of this dude in America spitting grime bars, and I thought it was sick. So a couple years later, when I was getting on my production, I started sending him beats. Bro, I remember Louis from when he was like 15, 16 years old sending me beats, bro, in my inbox, and I was like, yo, who's this kid from England shooting me beats?
Yeah.
And then like we just stayed in contact, like, but we hadn't linked on a project yet, but we just stayed in contact forever until like they came to Miami, and Tommy and Louis came to Miami, and we met them there, hung out, partied, and just clicked off that, you know. Then shout out L&G.TV, you already know, because I came back England last year and did a L&G video for Tommy. It was sick.
Yeah.
And then linked with Louis at the pub the other day.
Yeah.
You know, so just hanging out, man. They're good people,
trust,
bro.
man.
But
Louis
sick that to watch him grow up, bro. Like essentially, you know what I mean?
It's good to see that, bro. Like, see, like when I first started, the person that used to send me beats was SX.
Yeah.
SX was like, I don't know, I say 9, but he was a youth.
Woo rhythm.
Yo, and I had that tune years before it came. Honestly, I used to send me beats. When I say like I said, we grew up, well, not we, I grew up in a thing where, first of all, I didn't even have a computer, and our thing wasn't studio. So this man just had beats to write to go on radio to.
Yeah.
I say, but I didn't understand, obviously, people at studio, and I wasn't very good at studio at all. Like I said, 2014. I was more radio, live, and all that. That's why I got that down. But like, I'm still learning my studio craft. So SX used to send me beats, and he was not saying he was no one, but he was super talented. Man. I used to go up to like Wolverhampton and clock, see him, and that.
Because he's up there.
Yeah, and then Mr. V, What Virgo.
Yeah.
Who else as well? Sent me beats from early. Predator.
Oh yeah.
And Swifter.
Swift up.
And Swift. Yes, so like it was actually all from up north. No one from London was like fucking with man, really. Just saying like it's weird because man was in the crew with Wiley, Danny Reed, and Target and Scratching with them, but I never got no tunes for them. Everyone wanted their best tunes for themselves.
Yeah.
Or which I understand, you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Everyone wants their tunes.
You always get the scraps after.
Yeah,
It's like no one used this. Yeah.
I'm just scrap rhythms. I'm in the studio and hear this, yo, and they're like, oh yeah, no, Thingy's using it, Skepta's coming to use it, Thingy's got Skepta's using it. I'm like,
Don't worry, we'll send you something else. It's never as good.
Yeah, like I'll be this like radio with like Jamie and Skepta and that, and like, yeah, send me a tune, all this dude, nothing happened. That's it, but I get it, man. I understand now that obviously I'm lucky it didn't happen because I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I would have said that,
you would have taken too long and it would have got.
I was rubbish at all that stuff. That's super. I'm saying I wasn't good at making songs either, so it's mad to see. Like I said, but yeah, the resurgence of like my, you know, understanding that I can make good grime music came from like Louis sending me beats and us working together, and then creating the projects we did. So.
It's great to hear that like it's like more about the live performance, well, live or radio, and then like you eventually transition to the studio. Like it's in America, it's the opposite.
No, today's
everyone's
yeah.
just
Complete,
everyone's
yeah.
recording, and then they're like learning how to perform.
And then you find out they can't perform.
And then they can't perform.
They have no energy, or they can't.
No,
hit
it's
their
really
bars.
I only know like so they play a beat and then they have like the pre-recorded chorus and the thing and then they have their ad libs on it and like grime was just like verse after verse after verse after verse.
Oh, of course.
The
yeah.
like I really enjoy like you guys like when I found out about like the pay as you go and stuff like that it was just like it didn't matter what beat it was, like you just had to kill it over that beat.
100%.
And then it was almost like you guys were like, because I came from DJ, so I was only a DJ, for the longest time, and like you need to figure out what tune goes with this one and you guys are doing that but with vocals.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed that aspect that you guys are both like you're both technical. I mean, like the vocalists are obviously more in the spotlight to a certain degree, but also like you both have to kill it at the same time. You both have
it's ultimate freedom on stage because there's nothing. The only thing you could plan for, right, is to know your verses. Other than that, you have to. You don't know what the you don't know what tune's coming, and you just have to be able to murk it. And that is the part that it personally drew me toward. Like I was doing hip hop shows for a while, and I was making such different types of tunes that it didn't like really
blend together. Yeah.
It didn't really evenly blend together. And then when I started spitting over 140, and I just had to do that live. That's when, now even when I do my hip hop performances, I'm just so comfortable on stage because I've been through the storm. It's like I got wrung out from grime.
You're not worried about what's going on.
I'm not worried about,
I see all these, like you said, these hip hop performers and performing, and it's like they're shook. If something goes wrong, they don't know what to do.
They don't know. You're gonna be an MC.
We got the hosting down. We got to be an MC. We got the hosting.
And grime, the beat cuts off, they're still going for like 8 more bars.
We understand that. We know we get the reload, we get the tune can switch, the crowd, you have to call the response with the crowd, we got it all down. Like I said, today, but obviously today it is people start a studio because they want to make P. And away from that, there's not bare events to hone these things. Like I said, apart from that, which big up Mode, big up all the Mode massive, and Radar had that as well actually. That's what made the new youths like a Zoo, Capo, Quam, it's bare people, Jams. They was going on Radar and getting the art of radio back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Big up them, man.
And that helped them just grow exponentially. They could do the studio, and then they were comfortable too because they had that experience.
There was a whole era where there was no radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then Radar came. You could go on one extra thing, but it wasn't like you could just go there and have a go. Like man, if it was, what day is it today? I don't even know what day it is today. Yeah. But I'll use on radio later, and I could just go there. You know what I'm saying? We just squeeze and see what's going on. You know what I mean? But it got to the point where it got so formulaic and people, there's so much money involved or perceived money that people didn't want to just have radio and all that jazz. But then Radar made the doors all open. You know what I'm saying? Like, come true if you want to do a set. Like it was like pirate radio, even though it was in this shiny building, and but people, it was that. That's why, like I said, you got Zoo, you got Jams, you got Quam, it was bare people, man. Like Mike Tyre, that man brought back radio. You know what I'm saying? Like as in, well, for London, I should say. You know what I'm saying? Like pirate radio, the pirate radio thing, man, just squeezing rocks, going there squeezing every week, and then like Mode has got it now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got that Razor, you got 10 Dixon, you got Cabs. It's bare. There's bare.
It's really like a sport, It
is the sport. I only want to talk about it is a sport.
Totally. That's like I love the competitive aspect about it, and it
is a sport, 1,000,000%. Because if you go there and you're off, and that's why the older MCs don't like going there anymore because they haven't been doing their workouts.
Yeah, they're not.
And I remember back in
you gotta be ready to flex in there.
Yeah, 2015 or whatever, 16. I could go radio, but I wasn't good. I can go now, man goes regular, I make sure man keeps up a bit. I couldn't go. But like I said, because man was doing studio and I was making songs and, I was recording, coming in and out, but then I wasn't exercising that part. I mean, like I said at the start, that part of our culture, of our genre, is incredible and it can't be redone. Like radio and performance, it's not like any other genre. I'm saying, so like I said, like hip hop, all these other things, they've got they have these up. They got things on us like they got the business side down. They like the videos are shinier. The sound is cleaner.
Yeah.
Like it's sick. That I rate that.
Yeah.
But we ain't got that.
But you have everything else.
We got
like,
other stuff.
If it comes time for war,
Yeah.
you can battle.
But it's other drawings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I said, man went to America with the bug in 2000 and whatever. I don't know what year it was. Yeah, that man done a big America tour.
Yeah.
And I realized that bug don't have the most YouTube views or the most streams.
Right.
But because it's live experience, it's something you have to experience. People came to the shows, and that's what.
Keep going, yeah.
And that's people keep coming. That's what I feel like when people say grime is dead. We just need to focus on the other elements that can draw people in. And that's why Eskimo Dance is packed. That's why Grime Originals is packed. Because it's something you have to see.
Yeah.
We might not always stream the highest, we might not always get the most views, but you have to come see this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I think. That's why even myself I focus on my live shows. Now obviously I create the music, but all that music's always the base of it, but the fact that I want people to come to my show and say, "Raw, that was a thing." Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they have to come and see it again. And these things happen here, like, and no rapper, no other they don't have that section at all. So they're always gonna make more P. They're gonna have more Gucci headbands than me. But hopefully this will mean we can last longer.
Longer.
Yeah, saying.
Alright, so this is long, so I
Sorry, I'm over talking.
yeah, start to wrap it up. But I specifically just wanted to give a second for you to just tell us about what you've been working on, man. We'd love to
today?
what kind of new things you're working on right now. You got new projects, things in the pipeline.
Yeah, I'm just watching Sopranos and being pissed off every day. That's it, That's it.
Shit.
Sick.
Music, I'm becoming a TV critic and being rude.
Being very harsh.
Very. Nah, I'm not even being harsh, man. I'm being honest, man. Sopranos is mad shit, man. I've got 2 more seasons left and I'm gonna give my real scathing review. I'm just working on a new project, man. That's it. No, that's it, but I mean, so last year, obviously, you had Outsiders Live Forever, and I got to do the tour and the project and the merch done well. So this year, again, trying to do the project, do a bigger tour, shot more merch, and do more shows. And that's it. Like, just every year I'm just trying to build off the team.
Better,
like
better,
I said,
better.
I'd say like Outburst was the first year. What year was that? I don't know what year that was. Outburst from the Outskirts was the first one where I said,
2017.
yeah. So I said, alright, that was the year I said, alright, I'm gonna give it a try. Even though I always try, I mean, with this project, I'm gonna do everything I think I can try and do. Because I ain't got a manager, I ain't got a label, I ain't got an agent, I ain't got no one, just me and a couple man. So it's the thing where I thought with Outburst, I'm gonna do this to my full ability, get all the features I want. I never really like their features because fuck everyone.
Yeah.
I thought, nah, let me cut my man and see what I want. And so that anyone I thought would sound good, I'd actually, approach them because more time I don't give a shit. So I said, I'm gonna make this to the best of my ability. Even with Louis, I stressed out Louis 1,000,000% because I was like, I want a tune like this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I had to be like how it was in my head.
Yeah.
So we got that, we got the artwork down. I said, I want to do merch. I'm not, because I proper like, I'm really into streetwear like a lot. I thought, I want to do my thing. I know I've got the idea, so I made sure I got the money to do the merch.
That's awesome.
But I wanted to do a show, so I said, alright, I've never done my own show. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I've got enough cousins and man them to fill it up. If no one comes, we can.
I remember you saying that on the radio. I forgot where it was.
On the radio, honestly, that was the thing I said. But and you know what's mad? Like big up Sharky, because I wanted to do a show because people probably like Outburst, and I put a lot into it. I thought, bro, people like this thing. Safe, and it's done. But like I said, it ain't got no million streams, ain't got nothing like that. Yeah. But the people took to it. So I said, alright, safe. So like I said, I'm done talking to my peers. Which is mad. So the first Grime Originals was in birthdays, and it was really small. And it was mad. There wasn't even a lot of people there, but I done it. And then Sharky hollered me and said, yo, we're moving Grime Originals to a big venue, which is obviously fire, which is where it's going. You're not going to be around on Saturday, you
we're going.
Yeah, so you ain't been before?
Nah.
No.
Hey, what Grime dances you been to?
I mean, I went to DEE last week.
Oh, that's not the same thing.
Nah,
you know
Grime Originals is it. I mean,
yeah. That's the closest thing we have to how Eskimo dance was.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Like just like bunch of MCs on stage shelling out.
Like the Eskimo dance turned bare, obviously because there was bare beefs and bare problems. Like obviously the man had to start separating it, and it turned into doing PAs, which it turned into washed. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when Grime Originals came around, it was back to the we have to elbow someone, it's dangerous, it's mad. It's
I was
sick,
saying to these guys earlier, it is wham
Yes,
in there.
yeah,
It is packed out and it's hecky and it's
mad.
what
That's how it
it's
should,
like.
that's how it
but
should be.
yeah.
But it's mad because back in the day, like the first Eskimo dancers were like that. Dangerous though. So imagine that Ram, but with all the youths that do drill now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the gang members
God.
in there.
Is that gonna be this Saturday?
No. Rhyme's soft now. Like, not be funny. It's not, the people that like Rhyme are not there for that.
Yeah,
I'm saying like all the dancers would get locked up. That's why all the Rhyme dancers used to get locked up.
Yeah, they had that bill where it was like against.
696 form.
Yeah.
It definitely against us. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was all gang members in there.
Yeah.
Not gang members, but like road youths.
Yeah.
And it was a lot, and it was grime, and it was aggressive. It was mad. Like a lot used to happen. But yeah, when you go Grime Originals, you see the difference. But yeah, sorry. So Sharky hollered me, said Grime Originals got to a bigger team. I've got a date spare at birthdays. Do you want to do a show? I said, rah, you know what's mad? I wrote down at the start of the year I want to do a show, and this just came up.
Fell into your
I
lap.
thought, you know what? Fuck it, let's have a go and let's see
Nice.
what's going. And then it sold out and it done well. So I was like, oh, sick. So people, and even then, I didn't even think it was gonna. Even on the day, I remember saying, no one's really gonna turn up. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, who are these people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, but you got there, there was all people there. Even when the people were there, I'm like, but they don't know my thing like that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you see, you was there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, right, you're really?
You sold it out twice, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Twice. So it was mad like to see the people there. So that was one of my goals for that year to release the project, do a set amount of videos and do the tour. Like no matter what happened, I wanted to do that. I don't know, didn't care about how many tickets sold or things. Obviously I did care in the end, but I mean that wasn't things. And then last year I said, oh, I want to do the same. I want to do a tour. You know what I'm saying? Which I've done. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy. So this year I want to do the same, release a project, do a bigger tour. I don't know what the other goals are really. I just want to just expand on that. You know what I'm saying?
Expand the brand.
Yeah, I wanted to expand on that. Like, do better. I've got like ideas for better merch. Like we just had the chains, them, the jewels. That's not really jewels, but you know what I mean. But like, yeah, just expand on what I done last year. So I was working on a project, but like I said, it all starts on the music, innit? So I got to do the work and stop watching this shit program.
How come you're not coming South by Southwest?
I've never been booked, bro. Ever in my life, and I ain't got the P to just walk around outside Austin.
Yeah, next year, bro.
Yeah, I say that every year. No one.
but
I think like I don't know, man.
we go through funding, bro.
Oh, for real?
We'll get you out here, bro.
Yeah, man. I want to go. Austin,
Come with us, bro. We'll show you a good time, right?
Yeah, no, Austin was sick. I've been there before with the bug, and it was hard.
Yeah.
And that was mad. When I went on the tour with the bug, and I went to we went everywhere, America and Canada, like lots of places. I've done really. I don't understand why we went down even. We've done 24 dates or 26 dates in 24.
Sick.
It was a lot of places. And I thought, right. And that's what made me see like America. Obviously, everyone knows America's massive, but everywhere's different. Like vastly different. Do you know what I mean? Like it's mad. That's like say you got Austin, then you went New York, then you went. I can't even explain it. We had to play off-brand play with Denver. We went. Detroit was scary as fuck. Yeah. You been in Detroit before?
Yeah, Detroit. They got bulletproof glass at KFC.
Yeah.
Yo, we got that in Peckham, fam. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we got that in the Mordies up there. It's like you're in the ghetto here, fam. Don't worry. Don't let the plants fool you, fam. Man's in deep poverty. You know what I'm saying?
Don't let the plants fool you.
Deep poverty here. Nah, big up Woolwich. You're not that bad. But what was I saying? Yeah, like Detroit was mad scary, but the car we was in got stolen, fam. As soon as we went in the dance.
What?
Big up Never Remember. I don't know. It was his mum's car as well. He went there. Big up Hatcher as well. It was me, Doves, Bug and Hatcher. Yeah.
Terrible.
And we went into the dance, and it was mad. I remember he said, "Do you want to leave your bags in?" I said, "No, let me just take it in there."
Oh my God,
His
thank
mum
God.
takes a long time to set up because he got all his equipment.
Yeah.
So I thought they were going to be here for a bit, and like I said, this was like the 8th
Thank
day, so
God.
I understood the deal. So I thought, let me just chill with my bag. Then we came back outside, the car was gone. I said, wow, Detroit is mad. and it's just like a wasteland. There's nothing going on, fam. But then
Closed up buildings. And
for miles though.
Yeah.
And then people was in the dance.
People were there.
It's like Walking Dead. And they went to the hotel. Went to the hotel and there was just bare goons outside. I thought, oh, this is long. No, so I didn't want to hear the accent. You know, like you're just away. I said, nah, man. And Bug was obviously it's like a white guy with a big beard and some young black boy. I thought, this well, you look odd as it is. And he was like, excuse me, where's our like, I said, bro, shut the fuck up. Just shh. I know you see the danger of her. And I was going up to my room making sure no one followed me. I'm thinking, yo, fuck this place. I locked my door. I was like, man, this is frightening, man. No, I've never been scared of a place before. Detroit was mad, but anyway, what I was saying was that, what else do we got? Yeah, America's mad. Like, there's so many different types of places and different vibes of Baltimore. Was it Baltimore? Where they shoot the wire?
Yeah,
Baltimore. I was frightened of that place too.
Yeah, Baltimore is dangerous, bro. Baltimore is dangerous, bro.
Yeah, I know. I felt that too. Felt that vibe. Mad dangerous. Like I said, we was on a budget, so we was in the ghettos.
Yeah.
But yeah, America's mad still.
But I went to Baltimore recently, and I hadn't been there since I was like a little kid, and even then I knew it was a shithole. But
rough,
like we're going through on the train, and I'm just like,
oh yeah, we took the bus.
nope, nothing changed.
We took like the bus, or it would be like a coach, whatever, from New York to Baltimore.
Oh yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, we can see going to this dangerous place, man. Like I said, I watch a lot of programs, so a lot of these places.
You know when you start seeing certain things, you're like,
all right, they said
pawn shop, liquor shop.
Yeah. Like, and like I said, bug shows you do in sketchy places in England, innit?
Anyway, yeah.
Sketchy places in America is hella dangerous. I said, yeah, man.
Different, bro.
Yeah, but it was nice places like San Francisco and Denver. Denver, I couldn't breathe. Like the air. I nearly fell over and broke my leg, fam. It was mad. I was proper like, because I was MCing.
It got gas, yeah.
Yo, it was mad. I was like, yo, what's going on? But yeah, anyway, what I was saying, America's mad. I would never want to live there. Unless I was like mad rich. Because I always think about this. If I was the level I am, like if I was, you know, how I grew up there, I don't know if my uncle had made it out. It would have been mad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'd only live there if I was insanely rich.
Yeah.
Insanely rich. But yeah, big up you lot for surviving in America.
Thank you.
Trying. And we live in New York, so it's even worse. Like it's
But New York's
it's
cool.
big. Yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, I'm sure the parts that you would be exposed to are cool, but New York is insane. Absolute insane.
I love it though. It's a vibe. It's total energy. It's
like,
awesome. Like,
everyone says New York's like London.
Yeah,
It
since
is,
I've been
to a
here,
certain degree, it is.
Since I've been
it
here,
is.
when I got here, I arrived at night. Thought I was in New York City.
Yeah.
I literally was like, did I just fly across an entire ocean to my home?
Yeah.
Because that's how it's felt since I've been here. I mean,
Toronto's like that too.
Yeah. Oh, I heard Toronto's
Toronto's
Trying to go there this year.
Yeah.
Toronto's.
We're trying to go to Outlook this year too.
Okay, I'm not even doing that.
Yeah, come back, bro.
I can't, fam. I'm just upset with them. And just now, fam, I see that they released the thing.
The little early thing, yeah.
Alright,
Right,
the
okay.
gonna book me this year now. Cool. That big Outlook, man.
Nah, let's do a boat, bro.
Listen, I'm on it, fam.
Yeah, let's talk.
Outlook.
We'll talk off camera.
Yeah, Outlook. Well, you should definitely took Toronto is sick.
Yeah.
Like, I went out there as well for a couple months with Trey and shit. With Wiley, but we linked up with Trey and all them man there. But that's nothing like London.
Yeah.
Well, what's up? Why did you do that?
But
Trying to link it with Trey Mission as well, man. Trying to do some North American thing, but
Oh yeah.
he aired me in it.
Oh, it's alright. Trey, I'll let the man know, bro. I want him, bro. That's my guy. That's my guy. I don't really have. I do have quite a lot of friends. That's one of my
Main
brethren.
guys,
Big up Trey, man. But yeah, Toronto's enough like London.
Yeah.
Enough. Like to the point
Really?
where, yo, loads. Like, cause they got like the Caribbean influence over like from
Yeah.
I think. Even obviously we forget it was owned by England, Canada. at one
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
So even
Oh.
like the estates look like our estates. When they were taking me to like where they live, I said, bro, this is exactly the same. To like American like hoods, whatever.
Yeah.
They look like ours.
Now we're different.
They
the
look
buildings are different.
The
and
buildings are
everything,
different. Obviously, I'm
Exactly.
saying, but the Canadian ones look like ours.
Canada, they even have the Queen on there.
Everything. It's mad. And then, like I said, when I was in the club, I was trying to talk to girls and that. I was like, yeah, well, go on. They say the same words as us.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like someone like Drake, when he came over here, he's like, yo.
He like, yeah, it was like clicked.
And then I was like, oh yeah, you're trying to talk like us. I said, but they talk like us anyway.
Yeah.
No, we talk alike, I should say.
Yeah.
Like, they say what, because like I said, it's the Caribbean
Yeah,
influence. They talk
influence.
just like us.
People say that in my songs too, because I use like a lot of UK slang and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, a lot of UK slang is patois. I'm Jamaican.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Jamaican and Nigerian.
Well,
So I'm like,
you're good.
what do you mean I stole it?
No, exactly.
You're in England. Y'all are way further away from Jamaica than I am. I'm in Miami.
But the thing is this, that it's mad because like I realised that a lot of Americans, they class themselves as Americans, if that makes sense. But in here, we know like everywhere we keep like I'm from St. Lucia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
And my mum from there, my dad's from there, like, and it's not like removed.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's why we have like bare Caribbean shops. You got African shops. You got everything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's not.
Because exactly.
It's like really just not even one generation. It's there, and we go there regular, and it's.
Yeah, I'm first born in America. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's different, but it's mad. Like the slang thing, like that's why people think, oh, no, over there they speak like that. It's all from.
It all comes from the same. Yeah, it all comes from the same source.
But yeah, big up Drake and that store. That, but yeah, Toronto is sick, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, like all America, all these places, it's just mad. It's good to see like the different sounds from all over the place. I see Australian grime and all that.
Yeah.
Ooh, sending for them, bro.
Yeah.
We're sending for the Australians, bro.
Yeah, I actually want to sign for them today, but I don't know, man. But they just seem to like. I don't know, man. Australia's a weird place, man. I went there and I was frightened too because I was like, I was mad.
You know how many poisonous insects they have?
But I'm
like the most in the world.
I'm arachnophobic, like.
Yeah. That's
Why do you go to Australia?
I get, no, I was mad. That was bad as well, fam. Shit, he keeps taking me to these fucked up places.
Detroit, Australia, you almost died.
Yeah. But nothing happened to me in Australia, but I was terrified.
Terrified of the bar.
Because honestly, we went to Australia, then we went to China, and I was super frightened.
I'd be afraid of both.
China was mad too. But at least I know there's no animals that's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I'm proper. I can't even look at a picture of a spider. I'm like, honestly, if I.
You don't like it.
It's making me feel ill now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel ill. Yeah, so let's say I was going to Australia. I ain't even through everything before. I was meant to go with like Wiley and Sketch or someone before, and I like didn't push any idea. I was like, nah, man, you want to go in there? I'll go in there. Like, I was just swerving. But bug thing was
You missed a touring opportunity because you don't want to be around a spider.
Honestly, it didn't.
I don't even like the fact that your name is The Bug.
See Spider-Man or nothing.
Yo, seriously, when I went there, I was awake for like a week.
Couldn't sleep.
Yo,
at nighttime, the sounds of the animals outside are like.
No, but I wasn't nowhere. I was in like what would be like the equivalent of like Manhattan. So I wasn't nowhere near nothing.
But you still.
I was just the fool. I was in this country where everything's frightening, was scaring me, and I was in this nice hotel with super that nice hotel, and like the sheep was touching me. Oh my god! I couldn't sleep. I was exhausted, and we flew to China, and I slept for like 2 days. I was exhausted.
That's crazy.
But yeah, the Australian grime thing, I hear them, but I can't ever go over there and find out what's going on. I'll just watch it on the internet from
They can come here.
Yeah, let them come here, man. Fuck that, bro.
In Florida, you even got like fucking alligators.
Yeah, Florida. I'm from Florida, Miami.
Okay.
Man, we got like snakes, alligators.
I'm cool with all that.
You just like literally do not like
I don't.
spiders.
Honestly,
I feel you.
even school. I don't like crabs even because
They look like it's
They
because
look like arbors,
no,
spiders.
No, you know what it is.
Spiders.
It's because they can, even though they're smaller, they can move so much quicker. Yeah, also.
I can't eat crab. Crab is disgusting. But yes, snakes, scorpions.
You cool with that?
Anything. I'm calm.
Right.
It's just them things make me. Woo. But yeah, I'll come Florida, man. I've never been to Florida. We never got to do that.
Oh yeah, gotta do that one, bro.
We never got to Florida. We went to Texas. We went. I think it's went so many places. Chicago. Went so many places, like off-brand places as well. That wasn't really. I don't know who was there, but there was people there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was sick, man. I won't go over to America.
Yeah, the Bug crossed over for sure. That was
Yeah.
like a crossover. Like when he started doing it as the Bug, because he was like 3 other things. Before that. I listened to him a lot back in the day, but I didn't even know, like, someone showed me the Bug, and I was like, wait, I know this guy.
Yeah.
I know exactly who this person is, but it was like, I didn't know he was doing like a whole dubstep grime type thing.
His thing's bad, fam.
It's
Like,
awesome.
I big him up all the time.
I
Like
fucks
said,
with that, yo. Like,
he-
that's.
he gave me the opportunity to go like to a lot of places just by doing the one song with him, and he pushed the song because his studio was opposite. Like I said, when we got the old studio, me, Target, and Flo, and obviously Flo Down and Killer worked with him on like Skeng and Bear. Flo Down was always flying out with Bum.
Yeah.
And then his studio, like, so our studio was here and his studio was there, like literally across the hall. And then he just came in and said, bro, what are you working? I said, I'm just here chatting shit, I ain't gonna lie, watching Walking Dead probably. And he was like, I want to do a song with him because he like bugged loads of shit, so I just done it, and then he pushed the song, which became Function. And then Flowdown couldn't go to America because he's had charges. So he said, do you want to come? I said, alright, I'll give it a go. But it was a lot of dates, and then we just carried on from there, man. So it's sick.
You have a good time?
I did, you know.
Yeah.
Like, it was mad. I proper like touring.
Yeah.
I'm not one of these people that don't like, traveling and I'm into that.
No, we love that.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Say, and I had sleep apnea, so I was just asleep all the time. You know what I'm saying? I slept all the whole way to like
Yo, you're
China.
not
And
funny.
you know what I'm saying? I didn't, everyone, now I ain't got it. I'm like, oh, man, traveling is hella boring. If I've been just awake, I used to just wake up in places. But yeah, I like touring. I like touring and like I had a good time. Man. It was just like I said, it was just the vast differences in all the different cities was staggering to me. I used to think, bro, I can't believe that. All these, it's so different everywhere. Because I never understood why Americans would, like, oh, I'm going to LA. And they feel like it's a big thing. I said, it's the same country. It's like, hey, like me going to Birmingham.
It's not the same.
It's nowhere near the same. Like, nothing near
It's
the
like
same.
5-hour flight to LA. It was 5 hours from New York to
You might as
here.
well say you're going to France, you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. Now I understand. Like that's like it's like me going Cyprus. You know what I'm saying
Yeah,
that's like 5-6 hours.
Hours. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
hours.
Raw. So it's a really, and like I said, we went north, we went south, we went everywhere, and it's very different, man. It's very
Awesome.
different. Yeah.
Well, I super appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us.
So I shot a bit of shit.
No.
Straight, nah,
it
it's
was
cool,
so
man.
much
That's
fun.
what we want, bro.
It was so much
We're
fun.
here for the energy,
Really.
man,
Love.
and vibing on this group thing. So it's sick, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was
Big up to
really
you.
good to hear your perspective on things and where it was before and where it is now, and like I know I related to a lot of things you said, so
It will be a thing again. Trust me. I have a feeling this year, like it's gonna come back round, as in like the mainstream. Cause I feel like everyone has got tired of what's. Like I said, there's a new generation. It always takes the youth to make it
Totally.
interested again.
Exactly.
And I feel like there's a whole new generation breeding, like we said, that are on mode and things like that. They just gotta make better songs and market themselves
That's what I'm
better.
saying.
I'm not trying to base their things off the old format.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to.
If you have that skill, have it, keep it working.
But you have to be in the
But you
present.
have to like,
Yeah.
you need to make tracks, yo.
Yeah.
You need to make music videos. You need to make tracks. You need to make hooks. And I hate when people start talking about it like it's like selling out. Like you just said,
No.
right? You said you learned how to be on radio first, and then you said that you learned how to be in the studio, and it was
Yeah.
a learning curve, right? So what people are relating to selling out is actually people expanding their skill level
Of
in
course.
the industry, and it's so frustrating to hear that because like
Yeah, you have to
you
always expand your skills.
need to work, yo.
Yeah.
You need to put in
Selling
work.
that is
Learn
doing something completely that's not just like we done like
Exactly.
Brass Club pop songs and they
Yeah.
weren't us,
Yeah.
they weren't us, fam. But that made me live. You know what I'm saying? But that was selling out because that wasn't us at
That's
all.
at the
Right.
time, right?
You know what I'm saying? And we are looking back on it now, it wasn't the thing. But like I said, we didn't make it to sell out or make
Yeah.
certain
You're
pop
just
songs.
learning stuff.
trying
to
You're
eat.
doing.
But
Trying to put money on the table.
to be honest, it wasn't even that, fam. To be real, because we didn't know these songs. The man just done the song. You know what I'm saying? And then it turned into that. And that's why I say the selling out was the continuation of it. Like,
Right.
knowing it's on
Like
that
when
thing.
it
No,
was
it's big.
But then I was like, oh, make another one like that. I'm thinking, man, I got some peas, so you might as well do that.
Yeah.
But selling out isn't enhancing your skill set to say, yo, let me start making
Let me-
songs. Let me do better.
And like
videos,
how much,
let
you
me
know
think
how
about
much
marketing.
I've learned. Like if you're really quick, I know we're going making this review go
Yeah.
way over. What I've learned through shooting multiple music videos is I've learned the music video process, the
Yeah.
writing a treatment, working with a director,
Yeah.
editing. I mean, even when you're not in the studio, people who don't do studio time don't know how many mix downs you go through before you
Yeah,
get it
yeah.
right. The mastering. Oh wait, we need a live version. We need a PA version. We need
100%.
that's work. And
Yeah.
like if people want to get like paid for things, you gotta put work in.
And knowing these things will help you negotiate. Because I do my
Yeah.
own videos.
Because
Yeah.
once you know what you have to
Yeah,
put into
totally.
because like I
Now
said,
you
you
just
say to me,
ask-
yo, this big video is gonna cost you $1.50.
And you're like, no,
Yeah,
it
I'm like,
isn't.
or it's gonna take this long to come back.
Yeah.
Nah, don't, fam. But before I would have no idea. Like same with
Exactly.
mixing, I could charge you whatever. Yes, sir.
Do you know what Bounty Killer's most famous song is? His most favorite, like his biggest song that has sold the most amount of copies. I feel like most people get this wrong, and they wouldn't know it for a minute. Like he said it on television. He's like, you know what my biggest song is? My biggest song I've ever done. It's like, you know, they're just coming out with mad. He's like, it was "Hey Baby" by No Doubt, because I was on the second verse, and at the time they wanted to pay him basically nothing, and he was like, what the hell, like I'm Bounty Killer, like blah blah blah, like you guys in the States, you're on a major label, and like Sly and Robbie had to like convince him, like, no, you need to do this.
Yeah.
You need to do this right now.
I didn't realize I forgot he's even on them.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
know.
forgot that one. Yeah.
It was a
But he
huge
learned through
tune, and that was like,
experience.
like he could have, like he was able to
But-
go to whole other places
I was just gonna say,
because
see,
of that.
because he said I'm Bounty
Like,
Killer in Jamaica, and to whoever cares about that culture, obviously Bounty Killers are God. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, to the average Don, he's no one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's that's same with like Grime. If you talk about certain people, like
People are like, oh yeah.
yeah, but then if you go somewhere else, you're no one. Which I guess that's in every circle. So that sometimes, especially when you're presented with opportunities like that, you have to understand that, bro. This could take you somewhere else, or drop your ego and not think, well, I'm the guy here. You're not the guy everywhere.
You gotta humble you're really not. Yeah, you gotta humble yourself.
Not everyone is. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've been talking for 12 hours. And,
just wanted to shout out everybody involved. Wanted to shout out Toy Streetwear for hooking us up with these new American Grime, Turn on Your Swagger, Miami to London t-shirts. That's straight fuego. Wanted to big up American Grime, Sergio, you already know what time it is.
Swervio.
And of course L&G.TV for holding it down. Big up Manga in the building.
big up Adidas for the velours, yeah? Big up my mum for these good looks. Big up my mum for these good looks as well. You know big up Jesus for my eyesight.
Rock. Yeah.
Thank you.
Outburst from the outskirts, I ain't never got on the rhythm and been out first since 04, I've been out here. Up first, outsider going in. See them out lurking, my dogs are without vermin. No virus can mess with my circuit. The cool man effect and the younger show man respect and all because I earned it. Offline I am the same person, my girl knows